Welcome back to TMZ Live. Harvey and Jacob here. So, you know what they talk about, like palm readings, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I think that at the Palms in Vegas,
That's not.
they are doing psychic readings.
I don't think that's why they're doing that at the Palms.
You don't?
No.
Okay,
no.
well, this is called Brunched by an Angel. This is really interesting. And it's a thing now. It started in November. And basically, there are 3 psychics who will kind of, you know, just mingle with the audience as they have brunch in Vegas at the Palms, but also do some readings in the process of brunch, whether you can have a mimosa and talk to a dead relative. So one of the people who is one of the psychics is Christopher Allen, who is joining us right now. I'm so interested in this. Christopher, welcome to TMZ Live.
Hey, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So tell us about this. I mean, how does it work? You just pick somebody randomly and do a reading with them during brunch?
Yeah, pretty much. Regardless of what they're drinking or eating, you know, since I was a kid, I've been able just to kind of go up to people and with their permission, you know, tune into their energy and get things about them. And what I get about them most of the time is about their loved ones who have passed away. Because I'm a medium, I'm really able to tap into the other side. And so me and my colleagues walk the room at the Club Chaos in Palms, and we're able to do just that.
Can you do it that quickly that you could walk up to somebody? Because I would think that the show kind of has to move. Are you able to, like, on a dime, do something like that?
Yeah, you know, it's about people being opened. And so before we even step on the stage, we have Rob Lewis and the Out of This World band, this full rock band that really plays prior to us getting on stage, getting everybody feeling good and vibing, and they let down their defenses. And you know, by the time we step on stage, we're really able to pretty much just do that, just tune in and deliver the messages from spirit. And really, it's a beautiful show.
Well, I know you've already done some shows already. What so far has been one of the most outrageous responses you've received from someone who's participated?
Oh my God. I mean, the first month that we were at the Palms Casino, somebody literally said, after I had read them and brought through their husband, she said, before I let go of the microphone, I need you to know you healed me. And that's a huge statement to hear someone say so soon after being given a reading. So the fact that she wanted to share that with everybody in the room, including myself and my colleagues, that was a huge thing.
You know, I got to ask you this. I once had a reading with somebody who I believe has this power, has this unique power. And the things she told me were so shocking and not things she could have known about, things I had to research to find out were true. But you know there are a lot of charlatans out there too. So how do you separate the two? Because that's something that people talk about all the time.
100%. I mean, from New York and being raised in this Italian family, even though I'm adopted, my families are really very skeptical people with an open mind. So I feel like I had that mindset. I feel like when you go for a reading and you're trying to sit with a medium, you don't want to hear just the fluff about, like, you know, if they're happy and if they're okay. All these things that like elicit emotion, you know, that's all true. But I feel like you're going to want to know names and dates and pieces of information about the now, or like you said, things you didn't even know that your family had to let you know to remind yourself that, hey, okay, they're not reading my mind, or they're not like looking up stuff that, you know, is public knowledge. That's why I have a hard time reading celebrities. But I do feel like it's so important to kind of acknowledge, you know, information. The messages are in the validation.
Well, on being able to process information, I'm curious, as a medium that works at a casino, what's the policy on you being able to gamble? Are mediums not allowed to gamble? Or are you at like the craps table and the blackjack table because you know what's going to happen next?
That's a great question, Jacob. Just to let you know, I don't gamble to begin with, you know, because I've tried to win, and it's just frustrating because my spirit guides always let me know, like, that's not what you do this for. You're here to be a service for people, not yourself. So I've learned not to even go near a roulette table. But, you know, I guess they'll let me if I wanted to. I'm afraid by the time I'm you know, done with the first season of the Palms, I'll be kind of a gambling addict. Who knows? That could happen. But I don't think I don't foresee that in my future.
I could see at the beginning of the brunch that things could go smoothly. But as the brunch winds down and people get really boozy, Is it harder? I know, I'm actually really serious. Is it harder to key into somebody when they've had 5 mimosas?
Yeah, actually, when I was younger, the people I can read the most easiest were the people that were a little buzzed, because when you have a little something in you, your defenses are down. But I do have this issue, like even when I do things solo in New York City, like I'm like, all right, there's like a 2-drink minimum, because then people start being weird. But so far, it hasn't even been an issue. Mimosas are a little different from a couple of shots of Jack Daniels, so it's still a very feel-good show.
Last question. Can I ask you a personal thing?
Sure.
Here's the deal. My assistant is being promoted here to a big job. And I've asked young Jacob here to see if he could find me somebody to replace him, because I need to do that. But Jacob hasn't stepped up to the plate really yet.
Come on.
Hold on.
Come on.
Okay, well, maybe he will. So my question is, do you foresee that I'm going to have an assistant in the next month?
I think you'll have an assistant as soon as the year turns. So I do feel like you'll be able to find somebody within the next several weeks.
Well, it sounds like I did a good job.
No, the pressure's on you, dude. Pressure's
sounds
on
like
you.
I'm going to deliver.
Okay, we got to talk. So the show fires up again in January, right?
Correct. It's called Club Chaos.
Club Chaos at the Palms, Brunched by an Angel. We really appreciate your time. Congratulations. This sounds really fun.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, we are going to take a break. When we come back, look, Nick Cannon has been criticized by some for having too many kids. Akon not only jumped to Nick Cannon's defense, but claims this is kind of a criticism based on race. We'll get into it when we come back.